This year in Qatar is going to be different from all other World Cup tournaments in different ways. To start with, we already know that time and place are different. We're used to the World Cup being played in the summer at the end of the European season. But this time around, the tournament will be held mid-season during fall. Also, as you probably already know, this will be the first time the FIFA World Cup will be hosted by an Arab nation. But guess what? When the tournament starts in November, time and place will be the new things you're least concerned about. You want to know why? Because there are new rules being introduced in Qatar this year. Did we just hear you ask what those rules might be? Come along with us as we look at 5 new rules introduced to the 2022 World Cup that will turn the tides. Number 1. 5 substitutions. Now this may not look new to you because you're already used to seeing it in UEFA competitions and even in some local leagues, but this year will actually be the first time that the World Cup will allow teams to make 5 substitutions during each and every game. Those 5 subs will have to be made in 3 windows and each team gets an extra sub if the game goes into extra time. Don't take this change for granted. Teams with deep squads know how very advantageous this can be when they find themselves in difficult situations. And of course, players will love this one because it means more players who originally would not have ever come off the bench throughout the whole tournament will actually get the opportunity to feature, with more subs being able to come on. Number 2. Semi-automated offside technology. Video assistant referees were introduced to the World Cup in 2018, and just 4 years later, we already have an upgrade to the technology. In this year's edition, we'll be seeing advanced technology being employed in making offside calls. Reports say that this new system will cut down the time it takes VAR to make an offside call from an average of 70 seconds at the moment to around 20. According to Arsene Wenger, who is now FIFA's Chief of Global Football Development, this new technology will operate similarly to the goal line technology. Here, the linesman will wear a watch where he gets an almost immediate signal if a player is caught offside. A 3D animation depicting the offside will be displayed on the big screen in the stadium and of course on the TV screens for the viewers at home. How it works? There will be about 12 cameras fitted under the roofs of the stadiums in Qatar, and those cameras will be tracking 29 different parts of every player's body. In addition to that, the match balls will be fitted with sensors which collect different data points about 500 times per second. All that data is then fed to the guys in the VAR room, who then send the correct call to the linesman on the pitch via that watch. All this will happen in a matter of seconds. We're actually excited to see how this will play out in Qatar because honestly, fans around the world are just sick to death of how long it takes VAR to detect offside calls. Number 3. Expanded roster. 2022 will see more players at the World Cup than in any other edition. First of all, the number of eligible players required from each national team has been expanded to 55. It was a maximum of 35 at the 2018 World Cup. Then teams will now be required to bring forward a final 26-man list of players who will be going to the tournament. This is an upgrade from the 23-man squads required in previous tournaments. Why were these changes introduced? Well, FIFA said those changes were necessary. Given the need to retain additional flexibility due to the unique timing of the FIFA World Cup 2022 in the global calendar, as well as the broader context of the disruptive effects caused by the COVID-19 pandemic on squads before and during tournaments. So that suggests that things will revert to normal for the 2026 edition. We're not very sure about that, but we'll just have to wait and see if they can put the genie back in the bottle. Number 4. Goalkeeper foot on the line rule. Just like the 5 subs rule, there is another change that might not look so new to you at the World Cup because they've already been implemented elsewhere. But as far as the FIFA World Cup is concerned, 2022 will be the first time that goalkeepers are required to have at least some part of their foot on the line at a point when a penalty is taken. We all know how many penalty retakes and even cautions this very rule has produced in League and Champions League games. Having that drama in the World Cup will only bring more welcome drama to the biggest competition on the globe. We can't wait. Number 5. Female referees. For the first time ever, we'll be seeing female referees officiate games at the World Cup. Already, Stephanie Frappart of France, Salima Mukansanga of Rwanda, and Yoshimi Yamashita of Japan have been confirmed as the first women who will officiate games at a men's FIFA World Cup tournament. There will also be 3 female assistant refs at the World Cup in Qatar, and we know you are already used to seeing female assistant refs in the Premier League and the Champions League, but this will be the first time a men's World Cup tournament will have female assistant refs. These new rules, changes and upgrades we expect to see at the World Cup in Qatar are doing nothing but making us a lot more eager for November to come. We anticipate a new looking World Cup tournament and we're really excited about that. What about you? If you are excited, get yourself in the comments and tell us which new rule you're really looking forward to seeing implemented at the tournament in November. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.